I agreed to babysit my sister's kids for a week. Simple, right? She promised me $1,500 for it. I figured it would be an easy job, 3 kids, all old enough to look after themselves for the most part. I'm 28, work from home as a freelance UI designer, and money doesn't always come easy. So when she offered to pay me a decent amount, I thought, why not? My sister, 33, is in her 3rd marriage now, and this time, things seem to be going well. She has 3 kids, twins, 11, and a younger son, 6. She was going on her honeymoon with her new husband and asked me to help out while she was away. I didn't think much of it, just 1 week of babysitting for a nice chunk of cash. No big deal. But when the weekend came and went, and she didn't show up to take her kids back, I started getting confused. So I called her. She didn't pick up. A day passed. Still nothing. And then, a full week later, she finally answered my call. That's when she dropped the bombshell. She and her husband had fallen in love with the place. They were staying for their honeymoon and decided to stay for another couple of weeks. I was stunned. I had only agreed to help out for a week, and now I was being stuck with her kids for an entire month. I wasn't even sure I could handle it. But I told her straight up, I can't do this. I've got work. I can't be stuck with them this long. She didn't seem to care, and that's when she told me something that really pissed me off. You're not getting paid for this, she said. Consider it your wedding gift. What? A wedding gift? Are you serious? I was furious. I had sacrificed my time to help her out, and now she was telling me she wasn't going to pay me. That's when I lost it. She hung up on me before I could say another word, and that's when I made a decision I still don't know if I regret. So I did something rash. In the heat of the moment, I decided to call Child Protective Services, CPS. I couldn't stand the idea of being stuck with her kids for a month, especially without pay. I didn't think things through, but I was furious that she had done this to me, promised me money, then pulled the rug out from under me. So, I reported it. I didn't even know what exactly to expect, but I felt like it was my only option. The CPS investigation went underway. They came. They interviewed the kids, and eventually my sister was contacted. She came back to get the kids a couple of days later, but the investigation was still ongoing. To be honest, I didn't expect her to lose custody or anything. She's a good mom, just a selfish one. But I didn't care. All I wanted was the $1,500 she promised me. But then my family found out. And let me tell you, they did not take it well. My parents called me and basically accused me of ruining her life. I tried to explain that I was just trying to protect myself from being manipulated, that they weren't hearing it. They said I had gone too far. I couldn't believe they were more concerned about her than about the situation I was in. Some people say I went too far. Others think I didn't go far enough. So now I'm questioning myself. As the investigation unfolded, I began to realize something. It wasn't just about the money anymore. It was about how she treated me, not just now, but all our lives. Growing up, my sister and I were never close. In fact, she was downright cruel to me. The bullying started when I was in middle school and continued through high school. She always had a way of making me feel like I was worthless, stupid, and ugly. It wasn't just name-calling. It was psychological torture, and I never got an apology. And yet, after all those years, I still agreed to babysit her kids. I thought I was being the bigger person, despite everything that happened in the past. But she used me again, just like she always had. The only difference was, this time I stood up for myself. After I called CPS, I felt guilty. I didn't want to make things worse, but when she refused to pay me, after she had promised, I couldn't just sit back and let her get away with it. That decision cost me more than I expected. Not just my relationship with her, but my relationship with my parents too. They sided with her completely, calling me selfish and thoughtless. But here's the thing, I wasn't selfish. I had made it clear that I could only watch her kids for 1 week. I never agreed to a month. And she knew that. Yet, she tried to manipulate me by dangling $1,500 in front of me and then taking it away when she didn't get what she wanted. Now, I'm left questioning everything. Was I wrong for calling CPS? Did I overreact? I'm not so sure anymore. I know what I did was extreme, but at the time, it felt like my only choice. Now, as I'm sitting here writing this, I'm still not sure where things will end up. My sisters blocked me. My parents are giving me the cold shoulder. But deep down, I can't help but think that maybe, just maybe, I was right to do what I did. I don't know if I'll ever get the $1,500, or if things with my family will ever go back to normal. But I do know this: I'm done being pushed around. So now I'm wondering, was I justified in calling CPS on her? Or did I go too far? It's been 2 weeks since I last updated you all, and honestly, things have only gotten worse. The CPS investigation wrapped up, and while my sister wasn't in any real trouble, there were definitely some consequences. Apparently, her kids' visitation schedule is being changed. Instead of the once-a-month arrangement with their dads, they'll be spending half the week with them. Honestly, I don't care too much about the details, but if that's what it took to make my sister stop lying and manipulating people, then I guess it's a win. But the bigger issue right now is my family. My parents? They haven't spoken to me since the fight. They're still trying to guilt-trip me into thinking I ruined my sister's life, that I was malicious and vindictive. They say that what I did was unforgivable, that I just can't get over how they're treating me. It's not about me trying to destroy her. It was about her trying to manipulate me and take advantage of me again. They told me they were done with me. Honestly, I didn't expect them to understand, but hearing it out loud still stings. They act like I'm the villain in this whole thing, but they don't see how she's always been selfish and never really cared about me. I don't know if they'll ever speak to me again, and I'm starting to wonder if I care. It's a tough pill to swallow, but I can't keep pretending like everything's fine. I can't go back to playing the part of the good little sister when she's been so toxic. And I'm realizing now that this whole situation might have been a long time coming. I've tried reaching out to my sister again. All I want is the money she promised me. That's all. I don't want to talk to her about anything else, that she still hasn't sent it. In fact, I think she's trying to avoid it altogether, probably hoping I'll just give up. But I won't. I've worked too hard for my money, and she knows damn well I'm not going to back down. So I sent her a message. I told her flat out that I would not let it go. I told her I was tired of being treated like I didn't matter, that I was owed that $1,500, and I wasn't going to let her get away with dodging her responsibility. She replied, calling me a fool for expecting her to pay up after everything that had happened. She said I was delusional and stupid if I thought I was getting anything from her. And then she told me never to contact her again. Of course, this was after she blocked me again. But here's the thing. I'm not going to stop. I've involved my friends now. They're helping me out by texting her, calling her, doing whatever it takes to make her pay up. And if she still refuses, then I'll go public with it. She's already been through the CPS investigation, that there's more I could expose about how she treated me. The way she's treating me now. The world deserves to know that too. I don't care if I'm playing dirty at this point. She's been doing it to me for years. She's had every opportunity to make things right, and she's chosen to make my life harder instead. So yeah, I'm going to make her feel the heat. So, I did it. I finally went public. I posted everything, every last detail of what happened. The broken promises, the manipulation, the call to CPS. I didn't sugarcoat anything. And honestly, I was shocked by how many people backed me up. People who knew my sister back in high school, even college, came forward to say how she treated them. Some even said that I wasn't the only one who'd suffered from her entitlement and control. It felt good to see that people understood me, that they saw me for who I really was. Someone who had finally had enough. The post went viral. Not in a huge way, but enough to make my sister's life a bit more complicated. Some of my other family members even reached out to me to express their support. I didn't expect that at all, but I was honestly grateful. If anything, it was proof that what I did wasn't as bad as my parents and sister have made it seem. Then, just when I thought things couldn't get crazier, my sister unblocked me. And guess what? She finally sent me the money I was owed. But of course, the message she sent along with it wasn't exactly an apology. No. She called me greedy and miserable, said I had ruined her life with my actions. She accused me of wanting to make everyone as miserable as I am, because I'm unable to find happiness on my own. I'm not going to lie. That message didn't make me feel bad. It made me feel like she had the nerve to say those things, after everything she had done, after everything she still does. She blocked me again after that. And honestly, I'm relieved. I don't need any more of her drama in my life. At this point, I've got the money I was promised, and I'm not going to feel guilty about it anymore. A couple of weeks have passed since all that went down. The CPS investigation is officially closed, and my sister is still dealing with the fallout. I'm not sure what's going to happen with her, but honestly, it doesn't matter to me anymore. She's got to deal with the consequences of her actions. As for me, I'm done. I'm focusing on my work, on my own life. It's a relief to not have to think about her anymore. My parents still aren't speaking to me, but at this point, I don't care. If they can't see how I've been treated, that's their problem. I don't know what the future holds with my family. Maybe this is the end of the road for us. Or maybe, over time, things will change. But for now, I'm just going to live my life the way I've always deserved to, without being manipulated or controlled. So, now I'm wondering, did I do the right thing? Was I wrong for going this far with my sister? I don't regret standing up for myself, but maybe I went too far with the public post. Some people say I shouldn't have involved my friends, but honestly, I was at my breaking point. What do you think? Should I have handled it differently? Or was I justified in doing what I did? Let me know in the comments. I'm still trying to figure it out myself.